You want the government less involved in your life. You don't want the government giving you no money for however many babies you had. You don't want the government feeding your family if you can't feed it. That's communism in almost a fashion. So we want the freedom to be able to pursue the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and also have the government tell you what, when, who, and where.
Tired of feeling like your voice is being drowned out on social media? It's time to experience the new Parler, where your voice is heard, your opinions matter, and your freedom to speak is respected. Parler is back and it's better than ever. Reimagined to give you the ultimate control over your content, no confusing algorithms, deciding what you see, no hidden agendas, just real, authentic conversations. Share your thoughts, connect with like-minded people, and be part of a community where your free speech truly thrives. At Parler, your privacy is always a priority. Your data belongs to you. We're here to empower users, not control them. Whether you're engaging in discussions, sharing news, or just staying connected, Parler is the platform where you are in charge. Ready to take back control? Download the Parler app today on iOS or Android and join the movement. It's your voice, your platform. Let it be heard. Go to the App Store or Google Play Store today. Download Parler now, where you have the power. All right, guys, we're in Dallas, Charleston's hometown, baby.
Yeah, hometown hero.
Let's go, part 3. What are you doing around here lately for the community?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm hardly here. Yeah, I'm hardly here. So, I'm the go-to guy with the money now. So yeah.
You think money changed you up a little bit?
Yeah, money changes everything.
Yeah. I like the honesty at least, because some people will admit that it doesn't. You know?
Yeah, at first I didn't wear Gucci shoes. I got a pair of Gucci's now, man. Yeah, I used to make fun of the niggas that bought the Gucci's. But nah, man, it's nothing feels greater than to be able to take care of your family without any problems and any worries, and then still have some extra means to take care of your mom. Fulfill your kids' dreams and desires, financially, put them in positions to be better individuals and people. So yeah, that feel good.
Absolutely.
And it also changes your mindset. So certain things I don't do anymore. Certain places you just don't go anymore. Yeah.
Like what?
Certain strip clubs. Yeah, certain strip clubs, certain environments. So the earlier part of this year, I kind of live downtown Bishop Arts District. So it's kind of fine line of where gentrification in the hood is starting to divide one another. So I didn't want to put my quilts and my comforters in the washing machine. So I went to a laundromat in the area. And some young guys tried to rob me for my jewelry. Yeah, for my jewelry. But in my mind, I'm thinking I could normally, just walk into a laundromat and it not happen. But yeah, somebody tried to rob me.
You think they knew you, or you think it was
just... they knew exactly who I was, because one of the guys asked to take a picture with me. and so that's what made a red flag go up, because he said, man, Charleston in the hood. Well, in my mind, the real estate people don't say this the hood. It's a new district. So
right.
So I left and came back. I went to the grocery store and came back. And when I came back, that's when they tried to rob me.
Damn.
But I didn't cooperate. I still got my jewelry.
You think that was like a smart move? Because some people will kill you for
that. It was a natural reaction. For one, I was in shock. Like, man, I can't believe this shit. Because in my mind, ain't nobody go bother me. I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a well-respected guy around here. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, in my mind, man, ain't nobody go do this. So when it happened, it was shocking, but yeah.
You held your ground.
It was just a natural reaction,
Fight or flight?
Yeah, it was a natural reaction.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. Is your Instagram still banned? What happened with that?
It's still gone.
It's been like a month, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I've never been able to get it back. Can somebody help me?
I've been trying, man. Everyone wants money, though. That's the thing.
Well, it depends on how much they want, because it does make a lot of money.
I mean, shit. I put you in touch with Zach, but maybe we'll figure it out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you need that shit back, man. Yeah. It's not the same without you on there.
That's what people say. Yeah. A lot of my Kamala Harris posts was being flagged and reported, so I think that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. What were you saying about her?
A lot. Just a lot about the election. The Democratic Party. Her questionable history. With her pardon. Her promiscuous years in college. So I was going in pretty
So
hard.
just attacking her character, basically.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
All in the name of politics, though.
Yeah.
You know, you're having fun, and you know.
Don't let allergies keep you up at night. Sambrosa Night Syrup is your more homeopathic solution for a restful night. Blending the sweetness of a honey base with 7 organic herbs and a small dose of antihistamine, Sambrosa provides effective relief from allergy symptoms while calming your body for a peaceful night's rest. It's over-the-counter, gentle, and made from the ingredients you trust. Wake up refreshed with Sambrosa Night Syrup. Visit Sambrosa.com today and rest easy tonight.
Because I'm doing it from a joking comedian standpoint, and I always thought comedians kind of had a free pass in kind of being controversial in the things that they say in the name of telling jokes, but not in today's America.
Yeah, Alex Stein is getting canceled right now for what he said at Tucker Carlson's rally yesterday.
Yeah.
Just for making jokes about Kamala.
Yeah. So typically, I have some friends in the entertainment industry. Shout out Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee, who I made a call, who once got he got my Instagram back for me on my birthday. So when I lost it, I reached out to him, but I know him and Kamala are good friends.
Oh, he's friends with Kamala?
He's very good. He's very good friend with Kamala.
I didn't know that.
So I haven't heard back from him. So
wow.
Yeah, what's up, Jason?
Damn, I didn't know he was with Kamala like that.
Yeah, they good friends.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and they good friends.
She's got some powerful endorsements recently. Taylor Swift, IRS, a few other big celebrities.
Yeah, a lot of big ones, man. She got hip hop artists. Everybody across the board.
Yeah.
So,
well, hip hop's that's been a known thing that the Democrats have a lot of pull in that space.
Yeah, but they normally don't get guys like Plies. You know, that's Plies was that's a gangster. You know, normally they don't reach that low.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't reach low. Yeah, to try to inform the uninformed with this presidential vote. So
they must have offered him a bag, man.
Yeah, because he's adamant about it. Yeah, he's adamant.
Oh yeah, he's pushing it hard.
Yeah, he's pushing it hard.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jaguar Wright right now, going after some people? Have you seen her videos?
I've seen a lot of her videos. I don't watch them in length. She's like a pot of gumbo. Truth, facts, bullshit, lies, exaggeration, all made into one. And it's you to try to figure out, if you listen long enough or if you're interested, to see if she's being honest or if it's what she's saying is the truth.
Some of the stuff she's saying is happening.
60% of what she's saying is.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This Diddy stuff is crazy. A lot of people are going to be falling off from this.
I think more people were participating than they. I think more people participated and played with it than what we think.
So many. You see CEOs resigning of music labels.
Not only that, no one have ever shamed him for it. No one have. When you watch the Jeffrey Epstein's documentary on Netflix, at some point, the other elite people were saying, "Who is that guy? Well, what do he actually do? Well, where did he get his money from?" So when things would be said about him, there were people who would shy away from him. They wouldn't take pictures with him no more. They wouldn't be seen with him anymore. Nobody ever did that to Sean Combs. Nobody. So even now, nobody from no major black platform have came out and publicly shamed him. Even when Cassie came with the lawsuit, it's always been whispers.
Right. None of his friends are speaking out. LeBron hasn't said anything.
And they seem pretty sympathetic to what he's going through. I haven't heard no one come out and say, lock him up and throw away the key like they've done R. Kelly. Because most people have been to his parties knowing what goes on at the after parties of his parties. Whether they participated, whether they spectated, whether they was there or not. Everyone had knowledge that this went on at these parties because it's always been speculation or it's always been a dark cloud that's kind of been held over his head with rumors in the industry.
Right. But why do you think now was the time they chose to attack him? Because it seems really planned out, right?
Two things I believe that I believe this is happening. One, when he spoke out and tried to boycott, was it the Oscars or the Grammys?
I don't remember which one.
So a few years ago, they wanted to boycott, and so he spoke to a room full of Hollywood executives, movie producers and executives, music executives, and he spoke to them as if he could tell them what to do, as if they was wrong for not adding more black people. So, and he spoke with a boldness and a conviction as if he was above them. I said, man, he in trouble. The second was the liquor company that he's in the lawsuit dispute with. He's pushing back. The Ciroc company. He's been pushing back toward them. So I think
I didn't even know about that lawsuit.
Yeah, I think that was his downfall.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. What are your predictions? You think he'll find a way out of this one?
The feds got a 98, almost 100% conviction rate. So it's hard to beat the feds. They don't want your money, they want your ass. Yeah, the feds, when they get you, they don't want your money. Bernie Madoff, they don't want the money, they want your ass.
They want you locked up? Yeah,
the only thing that could get you out of the feds is information. What can you tell us to get us somebody else?
Right.
So you give us the right information. They let Sammy the Bull go. He had over 24 murders, but he gave the right information to go be free again. So yeah, you can tell to get out.
Where do you rank Diddy on this totem pole? Like, you think he's able to provide information and there's higher ups that he could tell on? Or?
Yeah.
Do you think he's at the top?
I believe he's the top of the bottom. Yeah, he's at the top of us, but he's the bottom of them. So he's not a part of the 1% of people who control the world. He's not a part of that 1%. I believe he was a pawn.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe he was a pawn.
Damn, that's crazy, because he was in a lot of A-list celebrities' lives in one way or another, right? He was connected to them.
Man, we can go back to the Obamas, to the Clintons, man, the who's who of America.
Yeah, and he walked with that confidence. He acted like he was pretty much untouchable in all the videos I've seen.
Yeah, so you know he was with the elite in the who's who of America, and so he was flying Cassie all around the world.
You ever have any dealings with him or run
No,
into him?
I just made it to this level of success. Man, I was a poor nigga when he was doing all this shit. No, I just made it to this level of success. When they were having all the parties, I wasn't nowhere near this financial success. Yeah, hell.
Now you're getting invited, though.
Yeah. I done peaked in a few rooms before.
You're going to be at the Whiteout party next year.
I hope I do. Yeah, I hope I do. I got your perfect outfit.
I could see you there, man. No, you're really blowing up, but you're also maintaining it. Like, a lot of people blow up and fall off, you know?
Yeah. Growth and development, and I have an intention to evolve. I don't want to stay the same doing this, hollering on the internet, cussing out street guys, and fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. I believe I got some talent. You know, I believe I can act. So, I done took in a few movies. I believe I'm good in doing stand-up comedy. So I try to practice on being a better stand-up comedian. And then, so I come to the internet to use things to see what make people laugh on the internet, and then, okay, I'm gonna come back and put that on stage with you. So I use the internet like for a training ground now.
Right.
Yeah, I go train for my new material. If I come up with a new character, the concept to see if it's will it turn people away? Will they accept so I just come try the new ideas on the internet now.
That's smart, yeah. Using it like a funnel so you get all the attention, and then from there you're figuring out how to monetize it.
Yeah.
That's smart, dude. Yeah, people just see you as this wild guy, but there's a lot of levels to you.
Yeah, because most of us are stuck on the internet. It used to be we were stuck on television. We were literally run home to go watch television shows, and most of us believe the people that we grew up watching are who they were on television, because we never seen them outside of that character. And so that's what had happened to me. So I say some of the most wildest shit. I say some of the most wildest shit. And people have attached me to what I say rather than what I've done or what I do.
Yeah. How have you been able to navigate cancel culture, people coming at you?
Saying fuck the cancel culture. How you go cancel me when you didn't create me? And so what the cancel culture does, it has ways of silencing you. So this is actually since the pandemic started, this is almost, 18, 19 Instagram pages, accounts that have been deleted.
Damn.
So that's part of the cancel culture. I'm shadow banned. There are fake pages that's literally scamming people in my name, and I'm reporting these pages to social media platform, and there's nothing being done about it. But I have a real fan base. I have a real audience. So I focus on my audience. I focus on my demographics because I have a target demographics. Kind of like a politician does with their constituents. I focus strictly on my constituents and fuck the rest.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And you've gone pretty political lately, right? You're pretty outspoken on that.
Yeah. Aiden Ross had reached out to me when he sat down with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So, 2-3 days before he sat down with Donald Trump, he invited me to come sit down with him and Trump. But of course, I got a little legal situation I'm trying to take care of that prevents me from getting past Secret Service clearance. So.
Damn, that sucks. You got invited to the White House by Aiden?
Yeah, well, he actually came to Miami, and I think they did it in Miami.
They did in Mar-a-Lago, yeah.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you needed clearance. That makes sense because
Yeah.
assassination attempts, they're probably being super protective. Man, they're coming at him. They just found out 5 different groups are trying to kill him. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's scary.
Super scary.
Especially for the other party to seem like they're okay with it.
They're not saying anything.
They're not
about
saying
it.
anything, man. No one's coming out and even giving him any. There's no empathy for him, let alone sympathy. No one seemed to feel sorry that it's happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's scary.
I've seen people promoting it, tweeting that. Oh man, I wish I got him.
Yeah, that's scary, especially for us in this country.
Dude, if he goes down, it's gonna be crazy. You know, I'm scared. They're not stopping. Clearly, I mean, first one was like a big deal, and then the second one happened a week later, and people don't even care. It seems like.
Yeah. From the sitting president, they tiptoe around saying condemning it. They're not condemning it. Kamala Harris in her campaign, they're not condemning it. The media, surely, they're not condemning it.
Definitely not.
So I almost feel sorry for him, and I don't feel sorry for many people.
Damn.
But I empathize, right? Feeling sorry does nothing. So I try to empathize. And empathy is having the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, or just having a thought to even imagine what would be like. So just even to conjure that thought, that's how you tap into having empathy for other humans. So I try to empathize rather than feeling sorry. Feeling sorry is having pity. So
it's useless, right?
Yeah. So, but man, this guy is swimming up an upstream battle. Let alone fighting 32 convictions to have him appeal.
They're attacking him from every angle, man.
Every angle in the tenacity and the resiliency that he's still able to maintain in face of the world.
Yeah.
The average man a break.
Oh,
so
easily.
I salute him for it, man. I got a lot of respect for him. So the respect and the admiration stops me from feeling sorry. So I find ways to empathize, right?
Yeah. Have you rocked with him since 16, or did you join on later?
No, man. I've been with him since a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been having admiration and respect and adoring Donald Trump since we was a kid. I was born in the 70s, homie. I grew up in the 80s. All the black entertainers loved him during the 80s. There's from the Jet magazines to Ebony magazines. He's been in all of them. In the 90s, late 80s and the 90s, every major hip-hop rapper that you can think of, from LL Cool J to Young Jeezy to Snoop Dogg to Nelly, have made reference. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, let me in now. So Donald Trump's name has been mentioned in almost over 300 rap songs within the hip-hop community. And that was just during the 80s and the 90s. So when you think about in the 2000s, when I seen him with 50 Cent, I seen him with G Unit, I've seen him with NBA players. So then all of a sudden, when he came out with the television show The Apprentice, right? So The Apprentice was on television for a long time. I never heard nobody say he was a racist when he had some of the most major black stars and celebrities that was on The Apprentice, from Little John, Omarosa. You can go a list of people that Even Claudia Jordan was on there, somebody who bashes him all the time. So he had a whole resume. He got an award in the 80s with Rosa Parks, Muhammad Ali. So I'm knowledgeable of this as a black person. So it wasn't until he decided to run as a Republican that you all of a sudden heard the media outlets and other people, well, he's a racist. He's man, I ain't never heard that before. So they can't trick me when they tricked me as a kid to believe otherwise.
Right. So how effective was that on the black community? Did that change their votes, you think?
Yeah, it was very effective. Because most black people don't have the knowledge. Not that I have, but most black people most Americans, let me just say this, but most black people are uninformed voters. Because you don't know anything about the candidates until they begin to get down to the primaries. You really don't start paying attention till they down to the last two.
Right.
So I learned in college, homie, studying politics and political science, that majority of our politicians, majority of these companies, that's why they put fine print in fine print. They rely on us being uninformed. That's what keep them in power. That's what keep them in their position, us really not knowing. So that's why you never hear politicians answer direct questions. They talk around. So the uninformed voter typically comes out of my community. Not only that, once they turn us against you, we're uninformed, so we're not going to vote properly. Then we're going to have the lowest voter turnout. So we lose in two categories. We're going to have the lowest voter turnout. So I used to be a precinct chair. I used to be an election judge around here for the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party. So I would set up the elections, taking all the votes, and man, some of the precincts, in the district that I was in, out of 5 precincts, 3 of them would have no voters to show up.
Wow.
So that's part of why most people stay in power for so long. It's the low voter turnout and the uninformed voter.
Wow.
So once they tell us that he's racist and we buy into the racist narrative, man, we lose.
They ran with that narrative, man.
They
Almost got me with it, to be honest. Until I did some research, but the average person is just gonna see that headline and be like, yeah, I agree.
When you understand racism, capitalism, and socialism, you can't balance both. At one point in time, this country was driven by racism. It was built on racism. Capitalism took over at one point in time, right? Nothing seems to be beating capitalism, not even racism. Nothing seems to be beating capitalism right now.
Right, because why would it matter what race you are if you're making money? Like,
yeah, this is a capitalist country. It's not a racist country. You still have racist people in this country, who's in positions in power to make choices and decisions. But this country is spinning on capitalism.
And I like that. There's companies that I think ethically or morally wrong, but overall capitalism is pretty good.
Yeah. It's better than socialism.
Yeah.
It's better than socialism. Democrats, for the most part, prefer socialism. Government entitlement. The government can fix everything.
So what do you think about the programs of paying people back, like food stamps, Social Security, all that?
Marxism. Yes, Marxist, yeah. Man, you want the government less involved in your life. You don't want the government giving you no money for however many babies you had. You don't want the government feeding your family if you can't feed it. Because then that's communism in almost a fashion. So we want the freedom to be able to pursue the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and also have the government tell you what, when, who, and where. at some point they'll say, okay, well, we done gave you enough money for kids. You can't have any more children. So, man, this country was built off Americans helping one another, not the government.
I feel that. Yeah, there's going to be people watching this in Section 8 pissed off, but I think, when you become too reliant, it's not a good thing.
Hey, neighbor, got some sugar I can borrow. Hey, it was barter. Man, not the government. Yeah. Coming in and saying every month you get $700 worth of food stamps, but I'm going to check and make sure who lives here. You can't get married. Man, when you apply for government assistance, you open your life up to them. Man, they got some questions for your ass.
Wait, you can't get married on food stamps?
You might not get food stamps if you married.
Wow. Yeah, it's
as a black couple.
The household income.
There you go.
Yeah. Damn. And then people purposely make less so they could still stay on it, so they're never gonna advance, right?
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Like, why would you want to just stay at the same level?
It's a level of security. It's a safety net. I could lose my job one day because I know I may show up late. I really don't have a work ethic. I'm unmotivated sometimes. So why would I give up this for that? I can rely on this. I can't rely on that enough because that involves me relying completely upon me. Working every day, going to work every day so I don't have to keep getting this government assistance. Well, the days I don't feel like going to work, what supplements that? The government assistance.
Right.
So I've had that mindset before. I've had that mindset before. Man, I don't want to lose my disability because it was a safety net. And the mentality that I had at the time was an irresponsible mentality, right? Because I know the disability and the food stamp go pay the rent. It covers what I live. I can kind of hustle to come up with the rest. I wanted to be irresponsible at times.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to be irresponsible at times. And so I wasn't willing to give up my safety net. And so I understand that mindset. It's an irresponsible, poor mindset.
So what was that moment that got you out of that? Because it was recently, right?
I had a conversation with my son's principal. And he could hear outside of the door, but I didn't know he could hear. And I was telling this principal how I'm a poor, struggling single father. And that I was driving my son through 3 cities to make sure they get to so he can get the proper education. So when I came out that office, we got in the car. My son had tears in his eye when he looked at me. He said, "Dad, are we really poor?" That question, man, it body rocked my soul. Because you really don't know if children have a concept of what poor is. But he was saddened by that he heard me say that. And I had to be honest, because we were staying in a 1-bedroom apartment. I was getting disability food stamps. We was poor. I said, "Yeah, mijo, we're poor." And he looked at me and he said, "Was there anything you can do about it, Dad?" Man, I almost broke down crying.
Wow.
The man in me replied without even thinking. I said, "Yes, every day. I'm trying to do something about it." But I wasn't. I was content with where we were. It was too difficult. At that time, I couldn't fathom what could I do to get out of this situation financially. I couldn't think of nothing. I couldn't think of nothing that I could do financially to change these conditions other than going back to school. And that's how I ended up back in school, trying to pursue law degree. Yeah, that's how I ended up back in school, to try to do something about those conditions.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't know you went through that, man. Thanks for sharing that. That's really deep.
Yeah, so I was a non-traditional. So I went back to community college like in my mid-30s, or early 30s, all the way up until I was 40. So I did almost 5 years from community college to the university level. But I found a way to subsidize the financial aid, the student loans, kind of like you would with welfare.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured out how to use your subsidized loan money, your grant money, and scholarship money, and use that to live off of.
Smart.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, because the loans are like, the interest rate's really high, right?
Yeah.
So,
But if you do right with it, just pay it back later.
right.
But right now, I'm getting ahead. I'm changing, yeah. So and just so you figure, man, every August, the start of a fall semester, you getting $6,000-$7,000 in financial aid money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, normally books go cost you about $3 or $4. Well, I'm smart enough to know I'm gonna go rent the books. I'm gonna go pay rent up for 3 or 4 or 5 months, so it take the financial pressure off me, of me and the kids. Now I can think a little bit. So now I can go study. I can move a little bit more, do some little odds and end jobs until the next check come. Yeah, so that's what I did to subsidize my life, so I could have some a financial some breathing room, right? Some breathing room, so I can think clear and better.
Wow.
Yeah.
So university really helped you then?
Yeah, community college did. That was just the community college, then the university. So yeah, because I don't want to make it seem like, you go just to get the money, but on the university level, those checks go from being $6,000 to closer to $10,000. And the longer you're in school, the more they was giving at the time. So between the subsidized and unsubsidized student loans, that was damn near $15,000. You get another what $5,600, $5,700 in Pell Grant. You get another almost $3,600 in your state grants. And then I was doing this. I was writing papers for scholarships, so I was winning scholarships, getting another $5,000-$10,000. All that was being put in my pocket. It was just broken down by way of semesters.
Wow, so you were a good writer too.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So now, homie. So that became my outlet. That became my avenue to transition from being associated with the street elements, right, the criminal elements of society, to finding a way to disassociate it. I found another avenue out.
So you used academics to get out of that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, because I have a different take on college. I don't think it's pretty useful for most people, but I can't even deny what you did. It worked. So
Yeah, it's not for everybody. You have to know what you want. I just happened to go late in life and knew what I wanted, right? Man, you have to be groomed for college. You can't graduate and say, well, this is what I think I want to do. You have to have a plan. Because it's so many barriers and obstacles from the time you try to go enroll, do the financial aid, that can hinder you, right? So you have to know, and this is what you really want to do. Other than that, you got to go find a trade. Some people need a job. Some people need to go to prison. Some guys need the military. But only you and the people who know you best knows what you need. Whether that's a teacher, a mentor, a coach, they know you and they know you best, right? So what I mean by they know you best, they don't see the bad in you, they see the potential. The people who know you best always highlight the potential that you have. And they try to direct you towards your potential.
right.
The other people highlight the bad, and that keeps you torn down.
Yeah.
So I tell young people, man, some niggas need prison. Some of y'all need to go to prison. Man, I know some niggas need prison because I know what prison offer. I know what it does. And for the most part, I've seen most people come back from prison better men than worse. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite.
Well, they come back better. They just come back to worse conditions. And so they revert back to their old ways.
Right, because the reversion rate is pretty high.
Yeah.
It's like 80%, right?
Yeah, the recidivism rate very high. What is it? 80% are back within 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 80% are back within 5 years. I think it's 70% are back rearrested within 1 year.
But you're saying they're better, though.
They are better. Most guys who go to prison who couldn't read can read when they come home. Most people don't come back and commit the same crimes. They reoffend by way of violation of parole or maybe probation stipulations. So I went to the boys' home when I was 14, came out at 21. So I grew up from 91 to 98 in the boys' home. I watched many young men transfer from the boys' home to prison. I got out in 98. I started seeing guys come home who had been locked up from 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. They're starting to come home, and now we're close to 40. We're in the 2000s. So they done 28 years, 29 years. Most came home better men. Most people reoffend because it's not that they come home better criminals. I mean, most people come home with the intention of trying to do right, but they're going back home to either the same community or they're going back to the same people, but worse conditions. I mean, motherfuckers trying to do right when they come home for the most part. They don't want to go back there, but because of the conditions and the circumstances that they find themselves in, they end up falling back and going to what they know to work, that once used to work. You go back to what you know. I'm trying to do right, but I don't know how to do right consistently for it to work. I know how to do wrong. I'm gonna go back to what I know. So, man, most people are going back for using drugs or maybe selling drugs to try to eat because they got child support. They don't have no license, can't find no job. So it's like when I came home. All my childhood issues have been healed. All my childhood issues have been resolved. So went in at 14, came out at 21. Man, I was a completely new person. But when I came home to a community. I had a great home life. I had a great support system. But man, everything around me was criminally impacted by selling drugs. I wanted to go to college. But man, I also wanted to sell drugs too, because it would seem like cool to sell drugs in college. Be the weed man on a college campus. I got caught with 10 pounds of weed.
Damn.
But man, I ain't really know nothing about selling weed. But culturally, that's what was out here. If you wanted to get a girl, you wanted to be the man during that time, you had to have a doughboy image. A man that got up and go to work every day during my era, they laughed at him. It was the doughboy. The nigga with the beeper, the phone, the car, just the doughboy nigga. So you competing so that was our competition as wanting to do right. So even the guys who did right looked like the guys who did wrong. Whether it was the NBA players or the NFL players just acting and looking like the street niggas. Gilbert Arenas bringing all the guns to the stadium. Pac-Man Jones throwing all the money up in there at the strip club, then having a shootout to the strip. So these are the guys we looking to do right, but they acting like the guys that's doing wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have more access to the guys that's doing wrong than the guys that's doing right. I've never seen a man get up and go to work every day. I only seen my mom and them get up and go to work. Only for me to wake up and whatever men I was exposed to, they were earning their clothes to go get clean, to go outside and hang on the street corner to sell drugs, pimp hoes. So I had access to see them. When I cut on my television, the guys who supposed to be doing right look like the guys that's doing wrong. So as a kid, in my young and impressionable mind, I can't separate the two. I can't separate the guy on television from the guy in my community. And I don't see nothing in life that's a flip side to what I'm seeing. I don't see the guy I don't see a banker in real life, and I don't see a banker on television. Bill Cosby, Dr. Cliff Huxtable, was a doctor. Every doctor I went to was white. So I was looking for black doctors because I lost my eye as a kid. So everywhere I went, I'll be looking for a Dr. Cliff Huxtable. I ain't see that. I don't know how many kids I knew, like Jasmine Guy and Dwayne Wayne them on a different world who was in college. That was only on television. Huh? My cousin Tasha graduated from high school, but man, she wasn't giving no party. The prison parties was way more electrifying. So there was nothing appealing other than this hour of television. So it was hard to decipher as a kid what to be when you don't know what to be, what to identify with.
Yeah, I think that's the importance of having that father figure too, right? I was in a divorced household. I didn't really have father growing up too.
Yeah.
I felt pretty lost, honestly.
Yeah, because how do you identify? Your mother is giving you, she's telling you right from wrong. She's giving you the right instructions, but it doesn't give you an identity to avoid peer pressure, to be confident enough to say, no, I'm not doing that. Dad is what gives you that.
100%. I was falling for all the peer pressure.
Man, you and me both, yeah, man, just trying to fit in.
Smoking weed, drinking, I was falling for it all.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, whatever it was.
And just the little things that mom was telling you to do, it don't work amongst boys. The diplomacy that mom is trying to get you to institute among boys, they'll think you're a pussy. Mm-hmm. Excuse my language, but yeah, man, mom, they'll run over you, man, that's a pussy. So you need dad chromosomes, man, at some point. You need his words, you need his instructions. You just need mom to nurture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my problem. I just wanted to be accepted. Same. I just wanted to be a part of something that had a male presence in it.
Yeah, you see that with a lot of divorced households or people that don't grow up with a certain parent, right?
Yeah.
They just want that acceptance.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they join a gang or whatever, like they go down a path.
Extreme shit. Yeah, extreme shit to try to counter those inner feelings. Yeah, because for the most part, you don't know how to express those insecurities, that inferiority that you feel by not having. So it's hard to even identify it in such a way that you can't even feel confident about expressing how you feel.
Right, you don't want to be seen as weak, right?
Yeah. So I'm 47 now and I'm articulating. I couldn't articulate this at 18, 17. So I would display it in inappropriate adolescent behavior, where that was through violence, cursing, fussing, committing a crime. It was the release of being impulsive. Man, yeah.
Were you pretty hot-headed back then? Pretty angry? Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I was a hothead. Yeah. I was, because I was a spoiled kid. I was a spoiled kid who couldn't handle rejection. I didn't know how to accept no. You know, mom didn't say no. We was some spoiled kids.
But not financially, just spoiled emotionally? Or?
Oh, no, we spoiled financially. My mom worked at General Motors.
Oh, okay.
So she was very financially stable. So she tried to make up financially for her working so much. So it's the lack of parental supervision. When we was getting out of school, mom was going to work. So we had a lot of free time on our hands. So mom is trying to financially give us the things that she think we should have and we wanted to try to compensate for not being there.
Right, but that doesn't work on certain people, right?
Nah, you need the presence.
Yeah, because not everyone's love language is physical gifts.
Yeah, so when she had my sister, me and my brother got in trouble. She took an early retirement from General Motors so she can be more involved. It's the involved parent. It's not, the finances are great, homie, but man, that involved parent is everything.
Right, and that's the problem with a lot of super rich families right now. They try to buy these gifts for their kids and you know, iPads and.
Well, that's what happened with the young kid here, Ethan Couch. They got the 10 years probation for killing the 4 people in a DWI accident. His lawyers now used a defense called affluenza, and the affluenza defense was saying that he was too rich to understand right from wrong because and he won with that defense.
What?
Yeah.
And he killed 4 people.
Got 10 years probation.
What?
It's called the affluenza defense. Yeah, Ethan Couch.
Yeah, they call them trust fund babies.
Yeah. But he was a kid who was left at home with just the money.
Damn.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to be there, man.
Man, that presence is everything. Yeah, that presence is everything.
It's important.
And not only just the presence, to be actively involved is everything.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
A lot of parents don't realize that though. They think you know, just making money for the family is enough.
Yeah.
You got to be there though.
Well, that's why I'm having so much fun now. I was there getting them through. So I was there at the first part, the poor struggling dad. In the middle, started having a little financial success, and toward the end, I started having a lot of success. So they got to watch Dad evolve.
I love that.
Yeah, they got to watch Dad evolve.
Yeah, that's such a good influence on them to see that journey, right? Because they got to see all ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So they could determine now where they want to be on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I left my water over there.
How many kids you got?
2. I got my son to be 21 on the 23rd of this month, October, and my daughter just turned 16.
Wow, so you had them pretty young.
No, I'm in my mid-20s.
47, so mid-20s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad, man.
My daughter graduated, my son graduated. My daughter graduated high school at 15, get ready to go to beauty school.
She graduated at 15?
At 15, yeah.
That's freshman year usually.
Yeah.
Wow, so she skipped 3 grades.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you got some smart kids.
I'm a smart guy. Yeah, so if nothing else, we got some academic talent.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
You still doing the comedy stuff?
Yeah. I'm actually Miami Improv in a few weeks. So that's my next stop. We getting ready to go back and re-sign with Wise Guys Comedy Club to redo that again. So yeah, man, that's where I want to end it, man.
That's your end goal, comedy?
Comedy, and then kind of doing what you're doing, but I want to take it to a radio personality. So kind of like I want to be the Black Joe Rogan.
You could do it, man.
Yeah. Ultimately, and you know, rather than saying the Black Joe Rogan, I want to be the modern day Petey Green. So, you know, radio host, personality, disc jockey, you know, talking my shit, and still, you know, impacting the culture in a specific way.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. I'll put the right pieces around you.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, we'll get you viral, man. Well, where can people find you and keep up with you, man?
Until they get my Instagram back, Charleston_White Manager. You can find me on Charleston White Facebook fan page, which is a private page. Don't go to the public page. It's scamming people, so be aware of scams. I do not ask for Cash App money. I do not post my Cash App, and I do not ask for people to send money without doing a contract or actually speaking to me. So if you send money to somebody and you haven't heard my voice or received a contract, you've been scammed.
Yeah, we'll link it below. Closing messages for Adam 22 before we wrap up.
Adam 22. He need at least $50,000 for me to do an interview with him.
50K, Adam. You heard it here.
50K, you can get an interview, Adam.
I think he's
and it got to be done in Dallas with this guy here as a mediator. That way, I know it's no bullshit.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Good
that way I know it's no bullshit.
We'll make it happen. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out the links below. Peace.
We out.